Hi everybody and welcome to Alexander React. And this is my first video of the year. Yay! Happy New Year everybody! Even if I'm kind of late, but anyway, I just want to say sorry in advance because I will have a long intro because I just want to share what I'm most proud this year, what happened. So yeah, I'm really happy about my channel growing, to know that I bring smile, that make love people. That's something I really like to know. But the thing that I'm most proud is really the work I've made on myself, because I have a lot of low esteem, a lot of shyness, and I suffered a lot of rejection, and especially in my family because, well, they all work in construction site, and in construction all big, all tough and stuff, and I'm kind of geeky, so and I've even been bullied a lot by my cousin every year, so that's why I never liked Christmas. It's supposed to be a reunion with family, and I've been bullied by some of my family, so I forgive them, I love them, we move on, but still, I kind of live a scar anyway. What I'm trying to say is that, yeah, with all those things that bring me to have a low esteem, to suffer a lot of rejection, and this year, I've to accepting who I am and what I like, in discovering even more deeply who I am because of that. I always liked cute things, but I even go deeper. I had a chance to somebody, and I became a brony because of that. Because I discovering something I like, and even everybody looking at me like he's fucked up. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care about what people think, and by accepting that, I'm really happy, and I'm sorry for the long speech, but I just want to say that I'm really happy to that I bring that to that, and this channel is kind of a proof of what happened in my life. Thank you everybody for that, for your support, and I just want to say that to Dirpil again. You have my support too. Yeah, I think everybody support you. I know you live hard times. I won't go in detail, but I love you the way you are. I love you for who you are. I really hope you will go. The things go better for you. And yeah, you have my support, bro. Hoof dude. So let's move on. Anyway, I'm starting the years of 2014. Sorry, I'm very bad with numbers. Anyway, with something epic, at least I think it's gonna be epic. It's My Little Dashie, the mini movie made by Storm XF3. Hell yeah! I never had so much requests for one video, and actually I wanted to see that because, damn, it's made by Storm XF3. Damn it! Because I really love the work he's done till now. I mean, with the reaction I've made of Rainbow Dash Precious book, I know I'm repeating myself, but I always love how you use a camera angle and stuff to bring more alive those pony in the real world. You know, that it's very well made and very good quality every time, good sense of humor and stuff, and I'm excited to see where it's gonna go with. You know, with something more dramatic, and especially for something that lasts for an half an hour. So I suppose that was a big project, and I'm sure I won't be disappointed. For those who don't know, yes, I've listened to the dramatic rating of My Little Dashie 2 times. The first time I cried like a baby, and I'm dead serious. I was crying, and it took me 1 week to regain myself because I was in shock. I was working, and I was like, Dashie and stuff. It's like an initial plan that was so freaking intense that it took me 1 week. And the second time I cried like a baby, but at least it didn't took me a week. So anyway, let's simply see. Like Pinkie Pie said, shut up, Alex, it's not a freaking video! No. Shut up. Like Pinkie Pie said, enough chit chat, time is candy, and let's start this video in 3, 2, 1.
The daily struggles I go through outweigh the small moments of joy I have. My Little Pony has helped, but it's still just another thing to give my hopes up on. Every time I see the show, or one of the ponies on a fan site, I recoil a little bit at the bright colors, the joyful faces of the ponies, and the peaceful scenery of their world. It's so hard to look at that beautiful world, having it so close to my grasp.
Awesome. I got freaking chills in my spine, he didn't even start it. But the narrator guy was really good. It's good
to be stopped
right now
by my computer screen. When I feel sad, I walk. When I feel tired, I walk. When I feel like walking, I walk. Walking has become my second life in a sense. I spend at least half my day outside along the crumbling sidewalks and decaying suburbs. I live my life one day at a time. A good portion of those days are uneventful, always falling into the same routine. I wake up, walk to work, walk home. Then I'll bum around until I go to bed. Sometimes I'll hang with my few friends, while other times I'll just play video games or watch My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Living in a dying city isn't very fun or interesting. This city was once full of life and color, but now most of the houses are sagging. The businesses sit empty and abandoned.
Dang.
And the open fields lay barren of the once great factories that helped drive the local economy. I never saw the city during those times, but I have seen pictures. My mother started painting once everything crumbled beneath her feet, making the sad scenery before her look beautiful. Her masterpiece is of an open field that yielded to a parking garage. And over it, she drew this amazing rainbow. It's by far my favorite picture. And I guess that's why I like Rainbow Dash the most out of all the other ponies. Her colors, the amazing sonic rain boom. All of that reminds me of her picture.
Freaking chills in my
Today,
spines.
as usual, I had walked to work.
Awesome.
It was the same shit, just a different day. I watched the same people come into the store, grab their merchandise, pay for it, and then walk out with bags in tow. Now, living in this area, I see trash all the time. Boxes and plastic bags littered the streets and empty fields. Rarely would I see a cardboard box that isn't crushed in one way or another. It's just sitting there, sad and alone, among the broken concrete and overgrown grass. It doesn't move or stand out as if it were special. It's just an ordinary brown cardboard box. Inside is a sleeping, filly Rainbow Dash.
Oh my
God. There is
God.
not a physical or a mental or extraterrestrial way how this could be here. How
Oh my God.
she could be here. In my gloomy, dark, and horrible world. The very first thought that runs through my mind, besides the initial Philly Rainbow Dash in a box, is who in the world would give up a Philly Rainbow Dash?
Yeah.
My heart explodes twice.
Just
I
like
have
me.
not smiled like this in years.
Oh, you're so
Hi
cute.
there. What are you doing out here? I am so not sure how to handle this situation. Do I take her home? Do I call somebody? Who would I even call? She would probably be taken off to some lab and experimented on. Honestly, I only have one choice here. She has no clue what's going on, where she is, who I am, or anything else. She's beyond the word lost. She's misplaced. Right now, there is nothing else that matters to me. My despair, my sore feet, and painful heart all go unnoticed, as nothing else can come remotely close to the feeling I have right now. This joy that I'm experiencing at this moment as I lay awake on my couch. She is here. She is real. Right now, she's my little pony. She is my little Dashie.
Oh, man, freaking
It's only been about 4 months since I brought the little Dash into my home. I did what little research I could on the matter, but I've come to no conclusions. I really have no idea why she's here, and quite frankly, I don't care. These few months with her have been the most amazing time of my life. She has opened my heart up to love and joy, amongst other
smile
things.
like him.
Right now, she sits next to me on the couch and watches TV.
Oh, my
She
heart
seems
is
to enjoy the
exploding.
morning cartoons
Look
on
at
the local
this.
stations, and I've kind of come to enjoy them too. She acts a lot like a young kid would, but then again, why wouldn't she? Another amazing thing is she's been learning to talk. Now, I'm not much of a teacher, or for that matter, a parent, but I'm doing my best to help her learn to speak and read. I've decided, since I actually don't know her actual birth date, I'm going to make the day I found her birthday, September the 17th. And oddly enough, that's the very same day that the second season of My Little Pony aired last year. I quit watching the show after Dashie came into my life. There was no reason for me to continue. And honestly, I don't have a lot of time to myself anymore. She's able to fully
That was
communicate
good.
with me
That
now,
was
as well
good.
as read English. And she's even started to learn how to write with, you guessed it, her mouth.
Oh my
I did
god!
try to invent some things with her hoof so she could write, but it seems writing with her mouth is more natural than moving her hoof around. One thing that troubles me with her, though, every day she sits at a window looking outside. I'm not worried about her being seen by passerbys. I live on a dead-end street, so that's the least of my worries. Still, though she hasn't said anything
Sorry.
to me yet, I can see the hunger for fresh air in her eyes. I really can't keep her in here her entire life. I keep talking like she's going to be here forever. I know that isn't true. One day, someday, she'll return home. Whether that's a simple poof and she's gone, or perhaps through some other means. In my heart, I hope that never happens. But in my head, I know it will. It's just a matter of when. I do hope to get her outside sometime soon. I've been checking out some of the abandoned lots and former parks on my walks to and from work, seeing where the best location would be to take her. Funnily enough, it seems the field that I played at growing up was the best option. So that's when I decided I shall take her to the field. But how will I get her there? She's still relatively small, so I can hide her inside a jacket or something. Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be a nice day anyway. I've been taking her to that old field for weeks in hopes that I could help her learn how to fly. There's this large tree there with branches sticking out over a grassy terrace. The perfect spot for her to practice. If she falls and I can't catch her, at least she'll have something remotely safe to land on. She fell a lot, and I knew she would. There were many scrapes, cuts, and bruises towards her goal, but finally, after many weeks of work, she did it. She flew. Now, it was only a short distance, about 50 feet or so, but still, she did it. She's a little scraped up, but she's beaming with pride.
Wow.
Another thing that had been brought to my attention. She asked me about having her own room, and I got to thinking and realized the house does have a spare bedroom, though my parents had filled it with my old school stuff from my younger years, as well as several of my old toys. You know, she might enjoy them, though she is getting older. I'm not sure how entertaining they'd be for her. But if she has her own room, I can get her own things, so that she can feel somewhat normal. She is pretty smart for a filly and knows the difference between our species. However, she still knows nothing about her origin. She's just not ready yet. The only thing I can do is keep her happy.
Oh, so freaking cute!
Today is a day for celebration. For today, My Little Dashie got her cutie mark. She didn't even know what it was until I explained it to her. Now she's even more ecstatic than before. It was just a normal field outing, but this time she decided she wanted to see how high she could get in an attempt to gain speed from the fall. All the right things factored for her, how she positioned herself, her mental focus, and possibly me on the ground watching and cheering. But she did it.
Yeah.
I knew you could break the sound barrier, but to actually do the Rainbow Part 2, my mind was blown. So the initial explosion caused a ton of broken windows and set off car alarms in the next county. We rushed home before anyone could arrive at the field.
That's fine.
I was lucky. None of my windows were broken. Though that was her highlight of the day, mine was just moments ago. She has now come accustomed to sleeping in her own room versus with me out on the couch. Now I can sleep in my own bed once more. But I do keep the door unlocked, so if she needs me, she can come get me. I had just tucked her into bed and told her good night when she said it.
Good night, Daddy. I love you.
Oh, man.
Good night, my little Dashie. For the first time, not only did she call me Daddy, which she has done on occasion, but she even said, I love you. I haven't moved for an hour now. I am so lost in thought. The few times she has called me Daddy, I didn't think anything of it. I could picture why she called me that. Being with her so much has made me accept it as part of taking care of her. But tonight, when she said those 3 words, the realization finally sank into my heart. I am her daddy, and quite frankly, I consider her my daughter. I think I've finally done it. I have broken my hard shell that had formed when my parents died. I've let a sweet little filly into my life. I gave her a home to live in, food to eat, and now a daddy to love. She has given me hope, love, compassion, and now something I thought I'd never utter, a daughter. I believe Dashie is now at her full size, rounding in at about 3 feet tall. She's fully grown.
Awesome.
Though she's only 10 years old according to my math, I believe she's actually closer to 14 or 15 in actual years. So we celebrated 5 missed birthdays.
Got me.
I got a new job, one that pays much more than my old one. Dashie even talked about getting a job, but then she remembered what I told her. The look on her face was heartbreaking. Luckily, I have a way to fix this. Due to the sheer size of the property, it involves a lot of cutting of grass. Tomorrow, I'll modify a lawnmower for her to use so that she can have a job. I'll even pay her so that she can buy her own stuff if she wants. According to the show, she was a weather pony, and I don't have her mess with Mother Nature unless it's a dire emergency, so there really isn't any job there for her. I don't know when, but I have the sudden feeling our time together is running out. All of this has been too good to be true. Today has to be the worst time of my life, even more than when my parents died. Dashie found out the truth before I could tell her myself.
Oh, yeah, that part.
I remember I walked in from work with some groceries, set them in the kitchen, and walked into the living room. That's when I saw it. My heart sank. I knew that episode.
Man.
How long have you known about this? How long have you known about this?
I sat down, turned off the television, and told her everything. I told her about the show, finding her, and answered any other questions she had for me. After our argument, she flew upstairs into her bedroom and slammed the door shut. An hour later, I went to check on her, but no response told me she'd flown off. I can only hope that she comes back. Or at least, if she doesn't, she stays away from any other people. All I can say to her at this point is that I'm sorry. I am so sorry. It's been 3 days since Dashie left. The night of her departure, I did something I hadn't done in a very long time. I went for a walk. I wasn't sure where I was going or how long I walked, but that's what I did. It's 3 days later, and I'm finding myself out here walking once again.
Oh my god.
Good night, Daddy. I love you.
I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
I heard you. And I'm sorry too.
Dashie, you have nothing to be sorry about. This is my fault. Simple as that.
Dad, do you still love me?
Of course, Dashie. I've always loved you. I still love you, no matter what. Not even a small fight such as ours could ever change that. With some time, I'm sure she'll relax and settle down about her being in the cartoon. She is a smart mare and knows she is real, not that made-up cartoon pony from the show. I can only help to push her into believing that, and hope that she'll do the same for me. There is a point in every parent's life when they have to let their child go. On her 20th birthday, I had planned a special outing to go see a flight show. As we prepared to leave, there was a knocking at the door. Dash, go to your room. I'll be a moment. When I first saw the figure standing on my porch, I wasn't sure if I was dreaming or hallucinating. She stood there another second looking at me.
Pinky's still jumping.
I'm quite surprised. I had expected a little more resistance to us entering.
Why? I know who you all are.
Ah, so you do know then.
That you are fictional characters from a children's TV show? Then yeah. Otherwise, why you're all here? I have no idea.
Oh, I think you do know.
My heart fell into the pits of my stomach. I did know, and she was straight to the point about it.
Excuse me, sir, but from what we could figure out, Rainbow Dash should be here. Is she?
Yeah, she's upstairs, in her room.
Her room?
Yeah, Dashie's in her room. I wasn't sure who was knocking, and I didn't want her to be spotted.
Dashie? My, you're that friendly with her already?
I wanted to punch that pony so hard right then. How she had responded. Friendly? That's not even the beginning of it. And I should be asking you ponies about what the hell you did.
You see, my student...
I know who she is. Would you just cut to the chase?
Yes, of course. She was working on a spell to help the weather team with storm development. They had ended up making a slightly too large storm, and when Twilight had attempted to use her magic to dispel it, it shot a lightning bolt out to meet her horn. Rainbow Dash was unfortunate enough to be within reach of the blast, and it engulfed her. It sent her to here. We have arrived to retrieve her. Simple enough, I would imagine.
Dad? Is
Oh my
everything
God.
all right?
It was in that second that my heart stopped beating.
Excuse me, Sugar Cube. Did I just hear Rainbow call you Dad? Do you care to explain?
There was only one thing I could do, and I had to do it. But I knew I wouldn't like it.
Dad?
Yeah, Dashie, I'm coming up. We need to talk.
Dashie! any of you.
Dashie, take a seat, please, so I can talk to them. How long ago was she sent over here?
About 15 days ago. Why?
Well, it's been a lot more time than that here.
How long?
15 years.
That don't explain why she don't know us.
Well, that's the thing. When I found her, she was just a filly.
Come again?
From my math, I think she was no older than 4 or 5 years old.
You mean to tell us that you've been taking care of Rainbow Dash for 15 years? Since she was a small filly?
She is... I know it's not true.
I think I understand the reason behind why Rainbow Dash had called you Dad.
So, what's supposed to happen now?
Well, it's quite simple. Twilight, do you still remember that memory spell from the Discord incident?
I knew what was going on, what Celestia had in mind. She wanted Twilight to either erase Dash's memories or start from anew. No, please wait. Just give me a moment with her, please. It's all I ask, since this is the last time we'll see each other. Dashie, my little Dashie, I love you with all my heart. You have done wonders to open me up to the man I once was. You have brought me so much joy in my life. I can't possibly ever thank you for it all. These 15 years we have had together, talking, playing, flying, all those have been so special to me. I just wanted you to know that I will forever love you. If there is ever a problem that happens and you need me, don't hesitate to find a way to get me, okay?
Do I have to go, Daddy?
It's your actual home, Dashie. You don't belong here.
But I belong here, with you.
You have no friends or other ponies to relate to. I was only taking care of you until this time would come. But I never thought it would be this painful.
I love you, Daddy.
And I love you too, my little Dashie. I knew it was coming, and it hurt so much, but I knew it was right. It was what had to happen for her friends, and in a twisted way for me.
Wait, before I go, I want to get something.
I knew she had realized this is how it must end. The box, from my guessing, was probably her most cherished items. Though it hurt me to think about it, I hoped she had a picture of us in there.
I'm so sorry, Rainbow Dash. I honestly wish there was another way to do this.
Just how could I blame anybody for sending Rainbow Dash here? I wish to thank you, Twilight, and the rest of you. Thank you for what you did, though not intentional.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, darling, for caring for our Rainbow Dash. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you ready now, Rainbow?
Oh, that's wow. That's the you know the punch that's like PAW! My heart explode. Man. Oh my god.
years, you took care of me. For 15 years, you loved me, played with me, and made sure I enjoyed my life in a world not meant to house me. I'm not a mayor of many words, but even though I told you this in person, I felt you needed a written version of it so you will know it was all real. I love you, Daddy. You helped shape me into the mayor I am now. I'm not sure what's going to happen, if I will remember any of this or not, but I want you to know that you did a darn good job of raising me, even if I was a bit stubborn at times and short with you during others. With Celestia's permission, I hope to allow you to keep our photos, our memories, with you so that you will never forget. Again, I love you, and thank you. Your little daughter always. Your little Dashie forever. Rainbow Dash.
And oh my god. Is there something needed at the end? Man. Damn it, you made me cry. But that's okay. Seriously, wow. Mind blown right here. Epic. Epic. That was freaking epic. Wow. Sorry, I needed to sorry, I'm sorry for the loss of words. It's just how I calm down. Okay. I love so much what I just saw. Okay. I mean, I love the camera angle, the animation behind it. Of Rainbow Dash and everybody and the other ponies. I love the camera angles that they use for when, in the environment to make Rainbow Dash more alive. And I love that you don't see the face of the data of My Little Dashie, because it make it so much more dramatic in a way. You let place for imagination. You heard the narrator saying the story and stuff, and when in the conversation, but just with the voice, you can so much imagine something in your head of what it is the expression he have. So yeah, he made it so much more dramatic, and they've been loyal to the original story, at least from what I remember of when I've listened to the dramatic reading. The voice actors, actress, everybody on the cast, everybody that worked on that, I have to applaud because we made some freaking epic. Seriously, that was so freaking epic. Oh my god, and it's, my heart explodes so much many times of deepness. Man. And they were good to transfer to the emotion of what happening, you know. And I love all of the Easter eggs, and sometimes just having a little picture image. I mean, it helped a lot because in the fanfic, like at the end with the letter and the photo, when you see them at the end, it's like you have a little different impact, you know, than just hear and imagine it. You see it, it's like poof, oh, so freaking cute, man. So much emotion, so much epicness, awesomeness. That was awesome. So I think I could go on a lot for an hour like that. So I hope you enjoyed this. So see you next time.